next game, as we have spawning down to the bottom right-hand corner, blue Zerg. It is SoulKey, and up to the top right, we have our red Protoss. It's Emotion.
Pulled off a great strategy in that last one. Only just, though. I think if SoulKey didn't think that he would get major results from his aggression, so actually went back to drones quite early and the double evolution chamber, which set him up really nicely with the damage he did get, which was like the 5 sentries, just picking off a pylon here or there. But I think if he dedicated, he probably could have picked up the win because of that mistake from Emotion. But because he didn't dedicate to it and Emotion was able to sit on those 3 bases, he was able to... Well, I guess it was just the DT move. It wasn't... I think they were kind of equal.
Yeah, the DT move was good.
I mean, SoulKey did enough damage with so little units that it equalized the game. But then the DT move was just...
Yeah,
hit him with a surprise.
Imagine if he had the income and the lava from that expansion when that attack hit.
Oh, it was over.
Yeah, that would
definitely would have been over. Like, this wouldn't have been as successful.
All right, well...
But also, if SoulKey hadn't done the damage to those sentries and slowed down Emotion in the first place, then that attack would have worked. So, lots of different ways to look at it. Lots of small little things can derail a player quite easily. And we have the double gas again coming out. So this is the Gateway double gas build from Emotion, which leads to believe that it would be a Stargate play again. Interesting drone position. Look at this SoulKey.
Yeah.
I mean... I was going to say, if he waits there long enough, then he would see, but it's too long to wait to actually throw down the hatchery here.
Yeah, this was what I was speculating to in my mind as well. I'm like, is he actually going to go for that triple hatch? And it looks like no, but it was odd. Yeah,
but a good build anyway from SoulKey. This is my preferred build too in every matchup usually. I mean, not every matchup. Well, actually, almost every matchup. Zerg versus Zerg, not as much, but against Terran, this is good. Against Protoss, this is good. Just a very good all-round build because you do have a good economy from the early 2 bases, but then you also have the Zergling speed to help protect against any aggression earlier on. It is a good build. And SoulKey goes into the main base and just sees exactly what he saw in game number 1, which is the double gas, the gateway, and, you know, if patterns and if history repeats itself, it would be Stargate play after the Nexus is down.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, SoulKey on this map, more so than especially Yontu, is going to feel a bit more comfortable to play his own game out, because there did seem like a bit of an air of, you know, irritation there in game number 2 from SoulKey. But, I mean, this is Frost, man. This is a whole different kettle of fish. This is a big, big map.
Imagine if Emotion went for a Stalker instead of Sentry. He'd be able to deny scouting a lot more.
That's true.
And a lot easier with that Stalker. And he could change it up. He could do something a little bit insane. But then again, he could just go for the Sentry, which is kind of normal when you go for the double gases like this. Well, look at that Stargate immediately, actually, before the Sentry. So a faster Stargate than the last game, because he got the Sentry first.
So fast Oracle if he wants to go for it.
And the Stargate was on the natural. Yeah, that's what that's what this should be.
Yeah.
A fast Oracle. Because you don't really... I mean, the differences of building Phoenixes now to then just a few seconds later isn't that huge.
Okay, so... Oh, he could have actually blocked that for a second there, especially with the Lings that have already moved out into the middle. But well, actually, I wonder if he... Did he see the drone? Whatever. The point is now that the Lings are just going to poke on forwards here, see a gateway, probably see a second gateway get thrown down. But there is a slight delay on those from this. Where is this probe going? Going up to the top left.
Oh, it's Phoenix. Didn't expect a Phoenix to come out here.
Oh, wow. That's very quick, Phoenix. Especially with a full Chrono Boost into them as well. Like, this could... I mean, we were speculating Oracle, and that gets over there at a time that maybe he didn't really anticipate, and then he doesn't have the spores there to deal with it, etc., if that was going to be the case. But Queens would have had to shoot it away.
So far, pretty normal from SoulKey, though, as well. He's got his Roach one because he isn't exactly sure what's coming. He's seen the Phoenix now, but this could still be a Phoenix, especially because there's a probe still out. This could be Phoenix with Zealots towards his third. So Roach roaring down nice and early, nice and safe. Remember, this is the last game of this best of 3. No safe... I mean, all safety caps on for this one. No risk going to be taken.
All right, and that pylon does finish up on the left-hand side. So...
There's only 2... Oh, okay, there's a third Phoenix. Never mind.
Does he get... Oh, okay, yeah. And the Phoenix are going to head over to the third as well, so... Ooh, that Ling. Oh, actually, he's going to spot. He spots the
lucky
Warpin.
Man.
Wow.
Lucky SoulKey. Immediately builds 14 Lings. If that hadn't have been spotted and then it was like 6 Zealots, 9 Zealots, then charge to the third, We could have seen the third been picked off, but that's a big scout from SoulKey.
I mean, technically the Lings were rallied up there to eventually spot the pylon, but just a great awareness there by SoulKey. Even the Lings, they go up and they're going to kill actually this pylon before the next warp in, because he just warped in and wait.
These Zealots are not worth it at all.
Yeah.
He kills the pro, builds another pylon, but with roaches coming out, 6 roaches, there's no way this can work.
Very difficult position here as Emotion loses his first pylon, second one's on the way. It is a bit easy to defend for these Zealots as they try and press onto that third base. Maybe the Phoenix will be able to help out as well, but again, just too many roaches.
He's got the roaches there, this isn't going to work. And already the Forge is thrown down, I'm sure the gases will come into play again soon as well. I'd be surprised if he dedicated more Zealots to this. It seems like it's a waste. He warped in a Sentry and Zealot at home. The gases are going to be taken. He shouldn't warp in anymore here. This is defended already. As soon as it got spotted, it was defended.
Well, for now, Emotion, I mean, is he going to try and poke, or is he just going to recall everything out? I think, you know, you can't be too wasteful with these units. Although, just then, Emotion did see those Zerglings at the front of his base, so... But the roaches are already there. Look, they just walk on forwards. Time warp, or something, anything. Oh, we'll start to pick him up. That's not too bad here from Emotion so far, but he was supply blocked there for a second.
There's the time warp, but Lings are coming in now as well.
Zerglingaroo. SoulKey is going to, well, shut that down. Bye-bye.
Quite easily, and now just is droning up quite heavily. Is it a good economy? The robotics facility of all things.
Wow.
Didn't expect the robotics facility to come here. Someone actually asked me the other day when I was streaming, saying, are there any builds, I think the question was, are there any builds against Zerg as a Protoss player that involves a robotics facility which isn't all in? And my answer was like, no, not really.
No.
Because you just died a Mutalisk. As soon as it spotted, you died a Mutalisk because you need a Stargate up and running. So he's actually going up to the robotics play. Obviously, if he had gone for like an Immortal push, it's so slow. But if this is spotted at any point, expect a Spire and expect an instant death.
Yeah.
If it's spotted, which it should be with the Overseer, which is going in. And I'd expect this to be hit quite hard. He can't... I wouldn't dedicate to Hydralisk at this point.
I mean, yeah.
I guess there is a Stargate. Then again, there is a Stargate and there are already 5 Phoenixes out. So it's not terrible, actually, now I'm thinking about it.
It's certainly a deterrent, right?
But then again, I mean, I'm thinking like there wasn't a Stargate already. Because there was Stargate and Phoenixes, so excuse what I said a little bit.
Look at these 3
it
roaches.
still makes sense, but not in this game.
There's 3 roaches perched above the third, just waiting for it to have a little bit of saturation. But the ship core doesn't go far enough to actually spot that. So SoulKey's on top of things in terms of preparation for his opponent, at least.
Yeah.
I guess
this is pretty good from SoulKey in this position.
Yeah.
I was losing it a little bit. I was going dizzy and stuff. Still early.
We're all dizzy this early.
But with 10 Hydros on the way, the thing is, there's already going to be 1 Colossus out, right? So with 1 Colossus coming out and +1 attack, I think it may be a bit difficult to use these Hydros effectively.
I guess this game just goes on long again.
Yeah, it definitely could be.
Like,
I look forward to that.
Yeah.
Especially with SoulKey's playing.
Yep. He's trying to push away the Phoenix, and they don't actually die yet. Emotion's doing a good job of retaining those Phoenix for now, and it's always so important when you're going up against a Zerg in general. Don't lose one after I say that. Okay, he doesn't. So, yeah. All right.
12 more drones. Spire on its way. With 12 more drones, we could see... And the Spire play coming in, we could see the +1 attack and a Corruptor move, like a Hydro Corruptor.
Could do.
Yep.
I'll take that.
It's protecting the Spire with all the Overlords.
Oh wow, the Zealot managed to spot the 3 roaches up to the top here, but still hasn't lost
Still
Phoenix.
getting a couple of kills.
Oh, cheeky little guys, run away.
Yeah.
Okay. They escape. After that Void Ray says, go away. And the Infestation pit got added on as well for SoulKey here, so...
Yeah, Hive or Swarm Hosts.
I'm going to go with Swarm Hosts, I think.
I'm not sure. His 4th base is really hard to protect. I think if it was Swarm Host, it would have been the other one. I'm expecting Hive, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think if it was Swarm Host, I think he would have played this differently with his expansions.
Where does he go from Hive, though?
Just up to Vipers, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like a Hydra Corruptor attack into a Hive after.
That'd be nice.
I'm not sure Swarm Host would work as well. It's going to be very difficult to defend that left base if he uses Swarm Hosts.
And did the 4th base get spotted at all? No, it hasn't just yet. He's protecting it really heavily with static defenses. 3 extra spines go down there, so... And a ton of roaches in production here for SoulKey. I don't think any pressure he can put on is really going to work out with these Colossi already out.
Well, here comes the Corruptor attack, which we were all expecting anyway. It's 9 Corruptors versus 2 Colossus. A third one about to pop out, protected by 2 Void Rays and 5 Phoenix.
He's going to have the Stalkers with Blink as well, but they need to position themselves really well.
Yeah, there's a few Stalkers, so ideally just needs... He's going to try Swarm Host, though, so you were right. I think it's going to be hard to pull that off, though, eventually. But we'll see how this attack's going to work out. With the Corruptors, if they're able to bring down the Colossus, but there's 3 of them, and I think there's enough protection. With only 9 Corruptors. Here, Galaris.
And it's pretty heavy in terms of Roach compositions here. Whoa, forward overcharge really, really early.
He's scared. He knows this is coming.
Yeah,
and it is scary. It is.
See the rocks? Oh, he doesn't actually see his opponent positioning on these rocks, and he allows him to get up the ramp so easily. He's got to be careful. He has to be very, very careful. Those Corruptors now fly forwards here, focus down one of those Colossi, corrupt the other 2, and they bring those down pretty quickly. One of them is going to end up falling. Actually, he micros it back pretty nicely there as well. The force fields don't do too badly for Emotion, but he's lost all of his AoE damage.
Yeah, he has, and he's going to lose... SoulKey's going to lose quite a few units on retreat here. That was a nice defense. The 12 Swarm Hosts coming into play next.
Here comes the next wave.
I mean, obviously that's going to stop a counter-attack. I mean, he's only got Stalkers and Void Rays at this point, but he doesn't even know that it is going to be Swarm Hosts. So this isn't going to be as easy as Emotion maybe thinking it is at this point. He'll need to go up to Colossus and Void Ray production again, but he only has 1 Robo, 1 Stargate.
Don't fly that way, Phoenix. Those Corruptors.
Does he see this? Okay, so he's a Swarm Host, which is nice. What's his reaction to the Swarm Host, though?
Still Void Ray and
production. Yeah, well, he needs both of those, but he may need them in higher numbers. So he may see more Stargates or another Robo.
And at least he spotted the base down to this bottom left. The Queen is attacking the hatchery for now, but we'll leave that and have a little bit of a look at the Swarm Hosts, see what's going on here, as they're going to move into assault mode in a second. And, well, this is going to buy a huge amount of time for SoulKey, and Emotion's just going to have to play this out vastly economically.
Yeah, he's going to play very defensively, taking a 4th. He's got a Dark Shrine in. He's going to focus on the Warp Prism. On the right-hand side here, you can warp in Zealots. I'd like to see Zealot charge research soon as well. It would help out a lot. He's trying to get past. So has been spotted by 2 Corruptors as well. If he can get some units in there, but there's still a lot of Lings and Roaches left.
Oh, it's going to die before they warp in. Yeah. Nicely done.
But this will be, I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing more than just that 1 Warp Prism throughout this game if he's going to attempt to play against Swarm Hosts.
Yeah, you're right. You absolutely have to. You know, even just if he snuck a probe down to the bottom left and actually threw like a pylon down somewhere there, that might be okay.
That 4th base isn't going to be easy to defend. That's for sure. That's one of the weaknesses here.
All right, and the Locust still pressing in towards that 4th base, but SoulKey, all he has to do is, bring Queens with him, get that creep going, constantly push on forwards to that 4th base, and it's going to put a timer on Emotion, regardless of what he wants to do. And right now, it's just focusing on the standard Protoss comp. Loses a Stalker, but that was about it. But for Locust, that's a nice trade.
2 Roaches at that north again. It's pretty nice. Always up there.
Oh, wow. 1 kill, 2 kills between them. So 11 kills in total, and the Locusts continue to... Will they get a Stalker? He blinks it back. Sick. Alright, okay, so he doesn't lose a Stalker that time.
Great Aspire coming in. Void Rays are going to be very important here. I really think that more Stargates would be nice. Actually, I guess he's got a lot of Blink Stalkers.
I mean, the army for Emotion, just in general, is pretty strong. He pushed those Swarm Hosts away from assault mode, so...
Yeah,
that's good. Where are these Hydralisks going?
Yeah, there's no spores or spines to help protect them, I suppose, right? In the middle, they're just kind of naked. Maybe that can be an addition from SoulKey. But overall, I think Stargates are going to be important here, especially with the, I don't know. Oh, look at this, SoulKey's actually broken that 4th.
Yeah, and those Lings are actually, with these Locusts as well, they could kill off this 4th and just retreat on out of there. It'd lose a few Lings, of course, but who really cares in the grand scheme of things? Even the Contaminate as well.
Nice. Nice.
Bye-bye.
That's nice, picking off the 4th.
Yeah.
And he's got Spores and Spines actually in the middle. That's going to protect his Swarm Host a lot.
Ooh, nifty, nifty. Where are the Dark Templars? And where was that Warp Prism? It's in the army. Okay, so it's not doing anything just yet. But he needs to make that work. He needs to get going. But this is a really strong army still from Emotion.
But 9 Broodlords now too, which means he'd have to blink, and then he'd have to blink into the Swarm Host Lings and Spines. Bit of a weakness on this right-hand side, no spines or spores.
Swarmhost Broodlord, it's the scariest thing I can imagine in my nightmares. But here we go. Well, I guess Emotion has to set himself up really, really well to deal with this. Did he see Broodlords yet? I don't think he has.
Maybe not.
Did I lose the Mothership Core?
Yeah, I mean, he's got units to deal with them, but it's the Stalkers that are going to have to deal with them, not the air.
Yeah.
But then again, you've got the Swarm Hosts, and there's a lot of them as well, 12 or so.
2 Dark Templars on the left-hand side of this map, and meanwhile the Broodlords and the Locusts now all push in. The Corruptor's trying to focus down these Void Rays, realizing that's the big point of contention. If he can kill off those Void Rays, he should be okay. And this is looking a little bit bad for him. He had to blink forwards into the Broodlords. Yes, he's getting a lot of the kills, but the Locusts from the ground decide, well, not
and
your day.
70 Lings to back this up too.
Oh, jeez. That
Looks like
trade was
SoulKey has an army that is better than Emotions now. He's got Roaches up the high ground again, and they've got 10, 12 probes each.
Wow.
The 4th base was picked off earlier, which means Emotion doesn't have the best economy. And SoulKey is starting to run away with this.
What a sick game, is just starving out your opponent here with, especially, again, the MVP Roaches just always up on that high ground. Really nice little small plays here by SoulKey add up to the bigger victory. And now, this 4th base, good luck, Emotion. I don't think you're going to be able to hold that for long.
Yeah, he just doesn't have enough units here. Doesn't have enough economy. Another Stargate and Fleet Beacon coming in. Trying to go up towards Void Ray Tempest, a bit of a mix of both, but that's not going to work out. Warp Prism even escapes into the main base, and this time it has Dark Templar. And with a single Spore here, this is a nice move.
I think there's a second Spore under those Overlords.
Oh, but either way, this is going to get picked off really fast. And the thing is that even with that, he hasn't had enough time to defend. If SoulKey just picks off that 4th and then returns, actually he's going to return back. Oh no, he's going to get it.
Well, all the army here for Emotion also moving into a bit of an aggressive position as well over at this natural, but realistically I'm not sure what these Stalkers can do now that they've used Blink. They have to position themselves on that ramp to try and bottle up a lot of these Lings, but it's going to be a sad, sad story for them in just a second. Did he ever get Adrenal Glands? I don't think he did.
No.
No? Okay. Well, regardless, another base goes up on the left-hand side here for SoulKey. He still pressures onto the 4th base, even though it's dead. And now Emotion is in a bit of a sorry state. Yes, he did get a lot of his opponent's tech, which is nice, and he's getting Tempests out.
But he's got no money.
Yeah, no money.
He's not rich. He's a poor pro gamer.
He is.
He needs Twitch donations and subscribers, and
most people would argue that most Protoss aren't that poor at the moment, but
Emotion is.
Emotion is, poor
because
guy.
he's not going to be able to play in that $100,000 winner-takes-all tournament.
He's not Hero, he's not Sam.
SoulKey looks like he's going to move on, and that means we would be in the next round having SoulKey versus Innovation.
Uh-oh.
The rivalry of 2013, or one of the big rivalries of 2013.
Guys.
Up there with the likes of Jadong, Naniwa.
Yeah. Go tell your friends, guys. SoulKey versus Innovation next.
Yeah, this is a game where Emotion obviously has the tools to win, but doesn't have the money to use the tools. Because tools are expensive.
Tools aren't quite expensive, yeah.
And he's not going to be able to use them properly.
Nope, those Locusts just poke on in. Any kill that they can get is a win. They get 2 Zealots, not too bad. Another base is going to go over to the left here for Emotion, but in the grand scheme of things, I think that the pressure that we're going to be seeing here from Mr. SoulKey is going to be far too much for Emotion to handle.
Well, yeah. He's going to be full of emotions after this one because he is not going further in this tournament. As SoulKey is here to stay. SoulKey, one of the best Zergs out there. Looking to move on. Can he beat Innovation? Nope. How's Innovation's form?
That's a good point. He beat Nurture earlier on, but he was playing from Europe. All the corruptions on all the things, as this army is going to get laid to waste.